Hey Geeks, Mod Tim here with this morning's episode of Star Trek. It is Season 2, Episode 8, The Changeling. Overall, this is a good episode. It's pretty solid. This kind of goes back to some of the others where I've said that it's difficult to look at it by itself and not the future of Star Trek. Because basically Kirk, the Enterprise, is going through space and it encounters something and it ends up being like a satellite, a robot. That has consciousness and it's looking for its creator. It's called Nomad, and it thinks that it's alive and it's looking for its creator, and it thinks that Kirk is its creator. That premise alone, as most of you probably know, is recycled into the motion picture. So we have a 50-minute episode, and then the motion picture, which is over 2 hours, is almost the same plot. So it's kind of one of those where like we see where Space Seed became the Wrath of Khan, and some of the other movies have translated over. Whereas this one basically becomes the motion picture, is for all intents and purposes. But overall, this episode as a whole, it's pretty good. It's interesting. It's a little slow in some parts. You see Uhura singing again, the same song that she sang previously. I don't remember exactly when, but I know she sang it before. Some of the warp speeds are kind of interesting. We haven't exactly gotten an exact number on how fast the Enterprise can go. We've seen them we've seen them go warp 8, and we've heard them go warp 6, but that's it. We know later on in, I think it's the Next Generation, that 9.9 I think is the fastest we can go, and I don't even think we can go that fast here, but they say that Nomad is traveling at warp 15, and at one point when Nomad takes over the Enterprise, he pushes them to warp 11, which is also a great Voyager episode where they go faster than warp 10. We also see Spock do a mind meld. I think this is the third time now. It's kind of hard to keep track. But so we've seen him do it on a person first, and it was the top and the bottom of the head. And then we saw him do it on the rock creature from Devil in the Dark, where he just kind of put his hands on it. And then in this one, Nomad, which is like a robot satellite, where again he kind of just puts his hands on it. So this is the third time, and we still haven't seen the side of the face that we know of as the mind meld. But other than that, it's a pretty solid episode. It's good. It's not great, but it's actually kind of better than some of the lower episodes that we've hit this season. The next episode is The Apple. But yeah, otherwise, if you guys have seen The Changeling, what did you think? And I know there seems to be some issues going on with the camera, and I'm sorry about that. Like, for me, I record every single video the same, just my phone facing at me, leaning against my laptop. And then, otherwise, that's it. I post them all the same. And some of you are saying it comes up sideways, and then some of you are saying it's perfect the way it is, and then some of you are saying that it depends on the video. It goes back and forth, which I can't figure out why it's doing that. So I'm going to try to investigate it and let you know. Otherwise, for right now, it's working for me, so I'm just going to kind of keep doing it the same way until I can figure out how to get everybody equal. But I'm sorry about that. Otherwise, I'll see you probably later tonight.